Happy Podcast Day. We are so excited to introduce you all to our podcast. I'm Ash.
I'm Kat. So on this episode, we are going to dive into who we are and how we became friends. Let's start the conversation. So Ash, I have to ask, being from New England, where my clam chowder fans at? What's it like being born and raised in Orlando? Like, is it all Mouseketeer and theme parks or life?
Well, no. It's growing up here is different because of all the theme parks, but it's not something that, I don't know, people envision when they come on vacation. I mean, honestly, Disney is like in the middle of like nowhere essentially, down off of I-4. Like, it's not close to downtown. It's a good 30, 40 minutes. It has no central place to it, but people like to think that, like, this is what we do every weekend. However, I do love theme parks, but I didn't like them as much since, well, not even since, but until I had kids. And then it kind of changed. But as far as, like, growing up and going to theme parks, it was really fun. There was a lot of, like, school trips that you would go to. But as I got older, I just wanted to go to, like, Universal and get drunk. So, I mean, there's that.
Your field trips sound a lot better than mine. Mine were,
how was Vermont?
Let's go see how they make maple syrup.
No,
Out to the woods we go.
Like, in a tree?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Girl, like, tell me.
I knew you were going to ask. I feel like I'm letting down every chaperone that took us on those maple syrup field trips.
You don't care about their feelings. What happened?
All I know is we would go out into the woods, and they'd be like, you take the metal thing, and you poke it into the tree, and then you come back in a certain amount of time, and there'll be sap there, and then you take the sap, and then you boil it, and you add some sugar, and boom, let's put it on some pancakes and waffles. And I'm not trying to insult anyone that makes maple syrup. It's delicious.
Wait, but I have follow-up questions. Like, you're acting like, I just stick this thing in a tree. Like, it's a tree.
Yeah, well, you gotta, like, tap, tap, tap. Tap the sap.
So, is it a hammer? Like, what do you tappy tap it?
I don't know what tools.
You don't remember?
Brought? No.
Now you're insulting your chaperones.
Sorry.
So, from you living in Vermont and growing up, like, what are some things that, like, you really enjoyed about growing up in Vermont, and kind of what led you here to Orlando?
Oh my goodness. So I definitely did not appreciate Vermont like I should have when I lived there. I look back and I think of all the beautiful greenery and the mountains. We grew up on a lake. We had a boat growing up. We'd always be out there if it was a nice day.
That's amazing.
You were not dove into electronics or anything. It was on the lake, on the boat, tubing, water skiing, just hanging out with family and having fun. And I love that aspect of it. But in true form, I love the hospitality industry.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know anything about it or how much I loved it until I came down and did the Disney College program.
Oh, cool.
And after I finished that, I told my parents that I wanted to go down, take a year, and really just get to know more about the hospitality industry.
That's so, I cannot wait for us to go into that in a later episode of, like, your entire experience versus that, like me working at the spa, but wasn't Disney, you know what I mean? Like the third party of it. And that's going to be really cool for people to hear that. So y'all stay tuned for that. I mean, as far as, like, people to understand is we became friends. Obviously, like, her living in Orlando. Haha, shocker. Makes sense. I've never been to Vermont or tapped any trees to get any sap. Wait, sap? Maple?
Don't make this a sappy conversation.
And we actually met because she is married to my best childhood friend of 30 years that we lived in the same neighborhood, rode our bikes together. Love you, Darnell. Whoop, whoop. And grew up together, going to middle school and riding our bikes. So many funny stories with all of that. But,
I would love to hear more about a younger Darnell.
Oh, would he though?
Probably not. Love you, hon.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to tell some of those stories. He knows some of them that he's gonna be like, I know you're gonna mention that. So, but yeah, I mean, what was it like as far as hearing about me before you met me, or you and Darnell? Obviously, like maybe should go into you meeting Darnell and kind of how that evolved for us to meet.
Oh gosh, so D, so I refer to him as D. I know you call him Darnell, but I call him D.
Yeah.
So he and I met through work, and it was one of those things when we first met, I was kind of surprised that this was a strong friendship that he and I had connected. And if someone would have told me that that was the man I was going to marry one day, I would have been like, you crazy.
I don't know whether that's a compliment.
It is. It truly is. But I love that he and I were friends first,
mm-hmm.
and then it developed into what it did.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful for everything that he and I have to this day.
Absolutely. You guys are a great couple.
We've been through a lot, and we'll learn more along the way as you get to know us.
Definitely.
But, I love how the friendship that he and I have, the friendship that we have with you and Mike,
mm-hmm.
like it's tough to find 4 people that can click well together.
Yes, and
like
get along.
Do. Yes.
Go on trips together, have game nights, go to dinner, do all the stuff with the kids, which is really a lot of how we derived of hanging out past you and Darnell kind of getting together.
Because you and Mike were friends before anything happened there.
Yeah, I've known him 20 years. We've been together 9.
That's crazy.
So, yeah.
That's crazy. Dee and I are not 20 years, but I feel like we're catching up.
It feels like 20 years, right?
It does feel like 20 years.
There's a space there. There's a space there. So, yeah, I mean, I just remember, like, meeting you and your baby shower and how, oh, God, I love Molly and all of the pink and obviously having 3 boys and meeting you and it was such a pretty baby shower.
It was such a fast-paced day because I know that's where we first met, and you brought Tyler with you, did you not?
Yeah.
So I remember meeting you, and I could feel that there was a connection there to begin with, but obviously when it's your baby shower, like you're going around, you're meeting a bunch of people and wanting to socialize and be the hostess of the mostest, even though you're like 8 months pregnant. And for me at that time, it was the middle of summer here in Florida. So I'll let you all assume everything from there. So,
any vacation they've ever been on to anything in Florida.
Hotter than balls.
100%. Humid, sweaty tits, all the things.
But we got a chance to come out to your old house and hang with you. I believe it was right after Trenton was born too.
Yeah. And
just be able to get to know you guys as people, and I know you and I hit it off.
Yeah.
And it's grown from there. It grew into, oh, you like to theme parties? I love to theme parties.
Yes, ma'am.
Did we just become best friends?
We did. We did. It took some time to get us there of spending more time together.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely think like the themed parties really kind of skyrocketed us into the form that it became. And then we just had so much fun doing the things with the families together that we were sick of hanging out with the dudes. So we started hanging out.
See you later, guys.
Yep. I mean, literally, you replaced Darnell.
Well, and our kids are so close in age, too, that they became great friends.
Yeah.
That it was only a matter of, okay, well, let's do a play date.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think the play date was obviously, well, like any kid's play date. It's more for the parents so that the kids can have fun, wreak havoc, and do their thing.
Yeah, and play together so they don't bother us for a while.
Correct.
I mean, I'm just saying.
So,
what's a play date for?
So that we can cover more important topics that we want to, like fashion, social media, anything celebrity, all things royal. Well, for me, I know.
Yes.
I appreciate you and your patience of listening to all things royal.
I mean, it's literally your obsession with the royals is my obsession with Bravo. So
absolutely,
we both have our thing. There's some things we have in common and some things that are very different.
And we help teach each other along the way.
Yeah. I definitely think that that's been a really good thing.
And I think that's what people are going to appreciate while joining us on these conversations, is because you never know what you're going to get.
Yeah. Yeah. My tongue and my mouth have gotten me in trouble many a times. But now that I'm older, I try to have some kind of restraint. Try being the key word. So there's...
You're in a safe space.
Well, it's just me and you, so until everyone hears it. So yes, I mean, I just think that it was really like cool for us to experience a lot of the milestones together as our families together, and you know, us being at your wedding with Darnell and you guys being at our wedding for me and Mike and things like that. So it's like we've been together for a lot of the milestones, the babies, because for Molly's, and then for Trenton and Everett. So it's definitely been those things that I think we all realize are really important. Like anybody can go out and drink and have a good time, and all of that is great. But the relationships that have a lot of substance are built around the things that you care about the most. And both of us deeply care about our family unit and doing things and creating memories. And we have done so many of those. And I think that that's like really special about our friendship and why it's authentically always been so good.
Oh, absolutely. You know? Well, and I think too, because you can help me fill in that Barbie doll fashion love that Molly has. You know, and because you don't get that with your frat house.
I don't. I mean, I'm the frat house leader, and like in every sense, like I want the listeners to understand, it's Everett is 5, Trenton is 8, and Tyler is 16. So they are fighting. There is video game competitions. Someone is blaming someone for peeing on something. Someone is always hungry. There's always a request, like whatever it is. So when I go over to your house, and it's like Max is super chill and he just does his thing, and Molly is like, you used to be a cheerleader? Can we do cartwheels? Can we do handstands? And then I'm like sore for a couple days. So, you know, like it's all the transition. But I mean, I'll play with her Barbie house any single time. It's like what I bought her for Christmas. It's always clothes or Barbie shoes in the beginning. Now she's getting older and now she wants me to do her makeup. So there is evolvement all the way around.
Well, you can teach her and I all at the same time, because Lord knows you've taught me about my makeup. Because my makeup routine before work is 5 minutes and out the door.
Well, you keep things simple, which is good. I mean, I think that before I wore a lot more makeup, and I think as I've gotten older, it's like, yeah, like it's cool to do like the ragamuffin to MILF, where it's like a messy bun and yoga pants, but then also like be able to dress up and feel pretty. And it's just kind of the balance. I feel like we see so much of that on social media, and other, you know, moms that will totally relate to us of that, where we're just sitting here with no makeup, hair in a messy bun, and we're just like, let's do it.
Yeah.
So I like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I definitely think that the family aspect is really great, that got us here. But I think our friendship is really neat, and I can't wait for people to hear all the different things that we are going to talk about through, you know, our different episodes. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. We are very much yin and yang for our listeners to understand. What would you say are some of the standout things that make us yin and yang?
Ooh, right off the bat, I feel like it's our reactionary responses to situations.
Yeah.
I wish y'all could see her face right now, because it is the exact face I knew I would get from saying that.
Yeah, because you're like the nice version of everything.
I'm not always... Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I mean, if it's like Catalina talking and it's like the tequila is flowing, like, yeah, girl, you could read a bitch. But otherwise, you're really nice. Like, you really are generally. And I'm a lot nicer than I used to be. But you're right, is my reaction isn't to like, oh, I totally understand where they're coming from immediately. Like, no, that's not my first reaction. My first reaction is, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then I can come to a place of understanding versus you're like, well, let's consider. I don't want to fucking consider shit.
It's the Libra in me. I'm all about the scales. I'm all about how can we balance this out. It's just what I do.
I don't know what that says about Aquarius. I feel like the thing I've read the most is like people love to hate me or hate to love me. And you're over here balancing fucking namaste. Like,
no, I'm going to stay out of the conversation is what I'm going to do.
Yes, pretty much. You're like, if I can avoid any confrontation.
Oh, yes.
Sign.
All aboard on that train.
Yeah.
In Confrontation Town. Choo-choo.
And I'm like, I am the conductor. I am driving this shit until the wheels fall off. 100,000,000% of so many conversations we've had about people or our kids or our husbands, all the things is you are like, I'll just be a passenger, but I'm getting off before we crash.
Yeah.
But you enjoy that I am the conductor along the way. But,
oh, yeah.
But then you always find a way to hop out.
Sometimes I just pay for the viewing card. I'm just here for the view.
I feel like I need to charge you more. I feel like I'm doing a lot of work. Where you're like, I would have said that. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, but you didn't. And you're like, but you did. So we find a way where it's like, but Kat, you could tell somebody you think these things. And you're like, but if I tell you and we're around said each other person, I'm going to say it.
I know.
It's almost like, it's like you just put your hand in my mouth. And it's like every little thing you told me. And I'm like, so my friend told me to tell you. Turn into Kevin Hart in like 3 seconds flat. You know, nipple, like they're gonna be like, what are you talking about? I'm like, so Kitty said all these things.
I want to go
100%. But at least it's fun.
Yeah.
You definitely never know what you're going to get.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
I mean, it is exciting.
I mean, there might be a few moments where I feel like, we could have dialed back a little bit, but
when?
It wouldn't have been, that's for another episode.
Oh, like I've told you, like, I wish the best for everyone. However, as one of my mottos, which I am a person who is super into mottos, I have many tattoos. They all are a saying or a motto to my life. And one of my favorites is fuck around and find out. Or FAFO, which is more PC, which I am not. Or, you know what I mean? What I have, like, never give up, never give in. Like, all of those different pieces and parts of, like, I have Dale Carnegie's Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. So it's like all of those pieces that make me vocal come from that space where, as I always encourage you to digress to what we were saying, is like, yeah, I may be driving or whatever, being the conductor on the train, but when you do say what you feel and what you mean, it's like if you were like being like a Southern woman reading someone, and I don't know what that would be in Vermont. I don't know if it's not like obviously it's not a Southern belle.
No.
Is there a Vermont
I think that would
cheese?
Just be in New England.
Cheesy. But they can be brash, right?
Oh, those New Englanders, they're crazy.
They tap trees.
They're wicked crazy.
Oh my God, that reminds me of Mike, and it's like a Northerner thing.
It is.
Well, you're not wicked, but I guess we could say that you have the capability to be.
I'm wicked awesome.
Oh, see, that's that shit. Yes. So we honestly, I mean, we can't wait to have everybody get to know us, but we're super excited. This has been such a passion project for her and I, and us to be able to do something that's really meaningful for her and I, that's outside of being a mom and a wife. And, you know, I'm a stay-at-home mom. She is career Barbie. Like, she's a boss bitch. And we wanted to do this to open ourselves up to all the different versions of ourselves, which is what the name of our podcast represents, which is Meet My Friend. So you will learn all the different versions of our personalities and things that we like, things that we don't like. And it's just opens up kind of this space for anybody to be anything instead of just being one thing, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. And what I can't wait to share with everyone is just what we've been through, whether it's individually or together. Share the experiences. I know others out there are going to, whether you're listening to us while you do a workout, driving to or from, whether it's play date, work, whatever you're doing, what we want to hear is the yes, I can relate, because
Yes.
we're going to cover a lot of various topics that are going to be relatable for everyone. And
Yeah.
I can't wait for them to join us on this journey.
Me too. And so much more fun things to come. So yes, on that note, I just love you to death and can't wait for this crazy journey. It's going to be something. And, you know, I appreciate you for going on it with me. And
Oh, I'm with you all the way, babe. So buckle up and choo-choo. Here we go.
yes. Yes. All right. Until next time, you guys stay tuned. Love you guys.
Love you guys.